Wunderbar. A few things happened last session. Of note, the conclusion, which, by the way, I only realized after the session, but I don't know if any of you guys realized that we all performed and what concluded the loop of Methandor, or method, was a literal, as in defined in Greek tragedy and literature, a deus ex machina. A literal god from the machine arrived on the scene as Tormodon took shape after some aid from Gord. He came and solved your problem. So, the two ice dragons crushed in his claws. The curse placed by the Ice Forge on the armor that was given to Gord solved as well. Leaving Methandor to...
Curse was, or do
Well, maybe. Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you. There were lingering effects from using those soul dice. Certain aspects of your personality would have slowly started to change.
Oh crap.
And you would start seeking it out, much like Null has certain effects on people as well.
Other people, of course.
Other people.
Not me.
I also say that the potions that were created, if you would like to know, otherwise I will take it to the grave.
I really want to know that shit.
So those were created by sacrificing a Gulthias bow, a branch of the Gulthias tree. That is a bow made from a vampiric tree that takes blood and heals you and makes you whole. Very simply put, those healing potions wouldn't have actually healed you, but they would have given you the permanent ability to take health from others.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not seeing its downside so far.
Yeah, it was
one of the downsides would be you would no longer be able to walk in the sun.
You would become
And you would be technically the undead.
That's so cool, man.
Still kind of not seeing.
I'm going back for the potions.
So glad I threw it away.
Okay, Boris cast Daylight.
Yeah, exactly. Why is there a pile of ash? There's a pile of ash there now. You would have become a vampire neophyte by imbibing that. And yeah.
So I still have this remote control thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How wonderful. So, and you know, Nolan still has his location on the little piece of paper.
Yeah.
So.
Ja, naar kennis.
The location of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
He asked for knowledge and got our teleportation
And
circle.
if you don't want to go alone, I'll just travel by myself.
My dude, chill out.
So don't worry about those. Okay. With that, after the encounter with Tormodon, which, by the way, dear Dario, have you decided on your boon?
Oh yeah.
No, he hasn't.
No, that's a no.
I should have reminded you, but I've had a week from hell, so that's
get all together.
it was deadline time on the auction again. So
I just have to pick a cantrip really in his first double spell.
yeah, it's
First
not
of all,
that.
spell,
Yeah,
shield is once in aesthetic.
Yes.
it is a bit broken. So yeah,
Also,
you got branded by Tormodon himself for what might have seemed a little bit arrogant. You were in the presence of the god, but your oath to Gord was found to be wanting. He wanted that oath to be directly to him, and it is now binding. Not simply an exchange of words anymore. This is a pact with a god. And afterwards, when Ortormodon sundered this little experiment by the entity known as Methanor, you also had a brief audience with a warrior. Anthe himself manifesting and still trying to figure out exactly what it is he is right now and what he stands for. Him being a god simply by the souls he imparted within himself. And not too fond of large orations and fancy words, as Nolan quickly came to realize. But here you stand now, in the remains of this crumbling valley, on Severnus. The chill and the fog that has long since dwelled in this place is starting to subside as the abilities of the Iceforge have been sealed by Tormodon himself, and you still see this column of raging dragon fire now forever marking the location of this Iceforge. You still have a companion, which I didn't place on this map because I forgot.
My robot.
Let me just go and quickly grab him. What? Oh god, map. That was. There we go. Always forget his name. There he is. This one is still here. He is the one that is currently holding inside him a Sunstone of Helios as well, and is awaiting orders. You'll also notice that there is still an absence. Your vehicles and the Sevran soldiers or rangers that were with you seem to have been left within the loop.
Is the loop still going?
The loop is gone. Everything is destroyed. Only thing that's remaining, the walls have fallen down.
Yeah.
The
We were
mountains
teleported
still
out,
stand.
right?
Yes, you were brought to the place where you entered. These large doors as well, it collapsing around you. So yeah, here you are in the Sevran dust.
The last of my notes says the robot said auxiliary systems are in need of repair and that assistance was possible. I asked to
Yes.
send assistance.
Right. The reply for the machine will be current access levels for this unit are insufficient. Direct intervention of admins is required. I will be able to transport.
Explain
So,
further.
Okay. Let me grab the exact words here.
Oh boy. It's only the start of the session, man.
Yeah, good.
Let me consult the holy texts.
Indeed.
Release me from this pain.
Sure.
Ah, no.
Request accepted.
Oh, fuck. No, thank you.
What is it? Here we are. Multi-attack, unerring slam. There you go.
Yeah, all the icons are broken on my screen or my clients.
Wonderful. That's 60 force damage without needing to roll to hit, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And that's multi-attack. Which is 2 slams, so that's 120 damage in melee range. Boom, boom. Don't piss this guy off. Okay. Sorry. I got distracted by my little toys. System is awaiting authorized local access. Handshake protocol required by fact security, but this unit is unable to comply. Failure to connect to PlanetSide's SVRN-1's terminal. Logic awaiting confirmation for arrival.
That's too fast to write down. Ay, ay, ay.
I will copy paste this for you. Because I did write this shit down this time. I know what I'm talking about.
Trying to figure out what the fuck I need to do.
I'll go to Boris and I'll give him one of the old cell phones and say, maybe this helps you.
Thank you. I guess I need
Okay.
to study the machine I have.
I'll put it in the channel.
Yeah, thanks. I showed the machine I got from the Iceforge to the robot. Does this count as local access?
The hand comes down, which is again about the size of you. All things considered, you've had a lot of things that were bigger than your player characters, including dragon gods, and it like just snips it out of your hand. Looks. There's a scan. This is Mark 1 data access pad. SVRN-1 terminal would require extensive facilities on the surface to access facilities. Recommending local access directly to mainframe terminal.
What's the closest terminal?
And I didn't expect this answer. So I'm just gonna ballpark it. It looks straight up to a tiny little red dot in the sky, being the Sevran sun. Calculating distance. And eventually we'll say something like, well, okay, let's do this properly. Let's do the
I was
sci-fi
gonna
bit
say, like,
properly.
do you
Yeah?
know exactly how far a sun would be?
Uh,
I know
there
I
we
see
go.
light minutes, but
so that's okay. I was gonna be in the ballpark. So this was going to be less than that. So I'll say this is now canonically the distance between Severnus and its sun.
Oh,
Will this be relevant later?
no.
I don't know, but I'm writing it the fuck down because this is
Ja.
what we do.
maar als ik haste en dan dash, dan raak ik er misschien wel over een jaar of 2 of zo.
There we go, because I need to take some things into account, the Goldilocks zone and all that. So, approximation 120 million kilometers. You don't know what a kilometer is.
How many times 30 feet is that?
At least 100.
Okay. Yeah.
400,000 times 30 feet. So dat is
25.
kilometers. Ja, dan moet dat nog naar miles overgezet worden, dus fuck this shit.
Ja, kan je nog
The
uren mee
robot says
doorgaan
lots
met
of
je-
numbers.
Are there visual wires or wires visible in the machine?
In
Or
the
is it
robot itself?
isolated? Yes, in the robot, yeah.
You're looking for a
Uh,
charging cable or what?
I would say look for. This is purely investigation. You've had enough time to stare at it for a bit. Again, token not representative of what this thing actually looks like because I did forget. It's basically a Gundam. 22. Okay. You can see softer parts, like there's paneling and everything. It is heavily. It's a combat robot. This is a combat mechanical Gundam dudes. But you see softer parts and maybe some paneling that could probably open to reveal maybe certain things.
I'll just say Boris. Boris, maybe if you want the robot to be less, well, or less difficult, or follow your orders better, just unplug some of the wires, attach them somewhere else, and see what happens.
This unit's
machine-
integrity will not be compromised before mission end.
Dolan. Did you forget how many times this kind of device has destroyed us in the time? And you want to
well,
tamper with it, not on my
well.
watch.
I'm not going to tamper with it. I'm suggesting you tamper with it.
We stand in a safe distance.
So
Behind the ball.
It's not my robot.
and thank you for the answer. The answer is 30 feet go 13.1 billion times in that distance.
Okay.
I'm too
Wow.
old for that shit.
I think we might die of old age before.
Yeah, divided by 6 seconds. But with a dash twice.
Back up with potions of youth.
See, this is the kind of shit when I say the things I prep for are never relevant to a session. Yeah.
Fact was the robot, huh?
Fact is the faction of the robot. He is part of he is a fact unit.
Were we at Mitandor's lair, or what happened to Mitandor? I kind of forgot.
Then you don't know. The mountain is still there.
He's crying. He lost his toy. So.
Clearly is not meddling in
Handshake.
you right now.
Yeah, handshake protocol required by fact security. Failure to connect to plant site SVR and one terminal. Logic
Give a
confirmation.
handshake.
Ja, but fact security. Dus het is, de security komt van fact. En de logic komt dan naar hier, denk ik.
Well, this robot can be liberated, I've read. If it has worked in the past. I just don't know how. What are you trying to figure out, Boris?
Yeah.
Knowledge. What it is, how this works, because this is not a religion I know. How does this relate to the scrolls?
I'll go to address the robot. Where is your manual?
It doesn't respond to you.
Hmm.
It will look at you and it will track your movements, but it will not respond to you.
I'm going to take a picture and send it in one of the communication channels. Has anyone ever seen this? Question mark.
Okay. So in the chaos of your feed, I'm gonna see this.
You know, meanwhile, it's like bling, 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 bling,
Yeah.
bling, bling, bling.
Okay.
Because this is the first thing you've posted there since the live stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Okay. So what you get is indeed a fucking Twitch chat of spams coming through. Mostly Nolan. Nolan lives. He's alive. The bringer of knowledge. So you're fucking famous.
I like that.
Um, and through all of that, somebody just posts again. This is I have ruined my fantasy setting forever, and I am okay with that. I've accepted that. Like a direct message. Wow, is that a operational robot from in the caverns?
Boris, we might need to go to the caverns. There's more robots there.
The caverns.
The caverns under
Which caverns?
the city. There were caverns.
The first response you get at when you say which caverns is lol lamau ruffle. He doesn't know what the caverns are. When Gord then says, yeah, there are, because that's basically the entry point where Gord made his armor that went down further under
It's
the
those
city.
caverns where they were sending troops at some point and where we heard explosions in the distance when we were in the city at some point.
Robin, how dare you? How dare you? Sorry. Private message. He knows what he did.
Okay.
Something horrendous.
Listen, if
That's
there's conflict between the players, you know, I can be a mediator.
It's helemaal
It's a running joke.
Okay.
At
kept
some
fast.
point.
I have 5 Monopoly board games and I fucking hate Monopoly.
He hates Monopoly en he gets Monopoly for birthdays. En altijd als er iemand
Everyone.
uit een andere vriendengroep Monopoly
Dus-
ziet, dan zeggen we, hier Jannik, die net nog niet. En
And
bestaat
there's
er een
so
miljoen
many.
of zo.
There's so many right now.
They're infinite.
Wel, de volgende keer dat
Monopoly kan
volgende keer dat
sparen.
er in de veiling een van een hele vroege is, zal ik het zo'n
Nee.
originele
Boris.
eerste DC.
Embrace it, Jannik, maak het er u.
Hoe lang dat we, als we dat lang genoeg volhouden, wordt dat een ding en gaan mensen dat minder goed kennen denken dat hij dat verzamelt en dan houdt het zichzelf gewoon in stand.
Het
Dat
snowballs.
is het
Ja.
probleem. We zijn
Ja.
al op dat punt.
Goeie 5 is van een laag drempel.
Goed dat ik dat weet. Alright, scene.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
yes.
Boris,
At some
can you-
point, I will. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask Dario, like, I don't normally understand it when they talk about religion, but this religious talk is vastly different from the regular Helios is great, praise the light stuff that Boris usually
Well,
does when he's talking about his religion, right?
what Nolan discovered, if I'm correctly, when he read the scrolls first, is that when Boris reads ancient scrolls, he sees a religion, whilst Nolan sees some sort of, well, scientific, mathematical, well, system behind it. So I think what we're seeing now is kind of the proof that what has become a religion for some or a lot might not have started as one.
Well,
I
it might not have
just-
started as one, but it also currently isn't entirely a religious religion because this thing is here now,
Yeah, it's
barring
it's
any
magic,
weird space-time.
it's magic and
reasons.
science combined.
That is.
And somehow it's all connected to the entity that is Helios, and I point towards that little red dot.
Hmm.
That's
So
all.
maybe we
That's about all I know.
But in
Oh.
theory, I'm getting this right. Every sun is an access terminal to Helios, which is a central, powerful being. At the moment, I have the World of Warcraft different schools of magic circles thing in my head where there's a central linchpin, and by every sun is an access point that allows some user to pull in magic. Am I onto something here, or
I will allow you the fact that yes, you are getting close to the truth here. How this is working. But this, I will give you another hint. Currently, apparently here, it is not working as well. But you have been able to access your powers, your connection to Helios. But others haven't.
okay?
Should we just go down the city? Down
So
the
I have to
caverns.
turn.
Yeah, I think we
Sorry.
should go to the
Where
city.
the robots are, where they are digging, where we heard the explosions a few days ago. Maybe
Maybe.
we can
Okay.
find something there.
Nolan, you have you have a lot of eyes in that whatever device that is. Maybe you could ask if anybody knows anyone that
There's
can.
no eyes in here.
I mean,
It's
there's a lot
just
of.
metal and there's things in here, but I don't see any eyes.
I mean, the people that connected to the device, they
Oh,
know way more than, well, you combined, of course, not individually.
well, no, because I am the bringer of knowledge. They know what I know. They don't know more than what I
No,
gave them
I
to
mean,
know.
is they have seen things in the city without them knowing what it is. And I think you have brought them knowledge, and they might connect the dots.
Oh, you want
So
me to bring structure and lead the...
no, I want you to find
Yeah.
someone that can help us access the caverns.
Well, we know the way. We were there.
Yes, we know the way, but maybe someone knows other ways and has access, and I don't know. Like
So
ask for a
Man
person,
on the inside, yeah.
ask for a
should
personal
I
message.
text them? Okay, I'll text them. If you want to meet Nolan, the bringer of knowledge, in the caverns, meet us there.
Did we get a
No,
location on the
Slide
caverns?
into my
ask for a
DMs.
private message or something. Okay. There
Uh,
will be
It
12
doesn't
million
do
people.
Nolan, you go to type your message, and your account and stream have been blocked.
He knows.
I'll cast create Starlink. Okay. Oh. Something. It's not working anymore.
Oh,
Curious.
I wonder who
So-
controls the network.
it's an old device. Well, the robot can teleport us to the city, right? So might we just do that because this is a barren
Can-
wasteland. There's nothing here.
On that thought, I can teleport us to the city.
Yes. Well, so are we going to the city? Are we going to the city, then to the caverns to see what those robots are doing? Or,
only-
Boris, do you want to understand more of what has happened and we go to the place I can teleport to?
The only issue is you and up to 5 willing creatures. Does the robot count as a creature?
Calendula?
Calendula
Yeah, I
also
know,
counts
that's
as a
the issue.
creature.
And the robot counts as one as well.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Maybe
We
you can
are
fit
hundreds
the
of
robot.
miles away from the city here, right?
Yeah.
And we lost our
Right.
car, so we don't want to do that on foot. That travel.
Well, there's also
So-
the evil demon monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to clarify, the robot
can
is
go.
not telling you guys that he can teleport you to the city. He's telling you to teleport to,
Somewhere.
whatever vague description I gave it. Um,
Can
He's
we?
telling
Yeah.
us, wait, the robot is telling us that he can teleport us to that fake
Yes.
location, or that we need to go to that fake location.
He
We
can.
need to
He
go.
can
He can
teleport.
get us to the
Yeah.
fake location.
so he's awaiting
that's
a.
Location is probably the key to Helios, to understanding the Helios.
So do you not want to go
So
there?
awaiting
first?
authorized local
Yeah,
access. So somebody needs to be local to something.
Yeah, do you not want to go with this strange servant of your god?
I'm willing to
I
go
do.
there. It's just
Yes. So am
It's
I.
we
something we
abandon
should
concern
be
for a bit
following.
then.
But shouldn't we first rest? Because we're all
Yes.
pretty beat up
Yes.
after that.
Are we?
I mean,
Guess it's
some
very
of us.
careful up
Yes,
here.
we.
Yeah.
I feel
Some of us
fine.
are. Hey, I'm missing
Yeah.
13 hit points, but yeah, some of us are more beat up than
I
others.
mean,
yes.
I've never felt better. It looks like I'm very much hurt, but I have as much hit points as I've had for years.
Yeah, true.
Only recently
Yeah.
had the stamina boost.
There's a sudden urge to smack Nolan with my mace, but
Maybe we should take a long rest and let everything come over us, and maybe we
Is
have
this a
been
safe place to do so?
we have been going at 100 miles per hour for it feels like years, but it's probably like a week.
Yeah, a lot has happened. You're right.
Um, if we
Yeah,
just
you
keep
guys started this marathon with going into the freaking city and confronting Black Lanas. That's how this fucking string started.
Is
pretty
that
intense.
the last time we had a long rest? No, we took long rests in the modern
in
city.
the in
right?
the
Yeah.
dome.
Before we departed with the
Yes.
But I think this place is pretty safe with our one-eyed guardian here. As safe as
Can
any
I
place can get, and we
True.
can't
Look
just
around if it's an actual safe camping space.
Make a survival roll.
I will help him with that. I will give the help action.
Sure.
Because nature, weird in our homeworld, corrupted, but here local, nature is growing here after
Yeah,
the ice Forge
rapidly.
was
Yes.
locked down and
Seen
stuff.
it.
Right?
Can I do it normal or advantage?
You have advantage on the survival.
Ooh.
Okay.
Didn't need it, right?
Okay.
Thanks,
So
though.
what you know for a fact, haha, is you do have this guardian sentry that you could probably ask to patrol or whatever. You see behind you, indeed, nature, or however you will define it, is growing again. You see otherworldly plants and growths starting to form in this valley and spreading out at a visible pace. You are seeing this place grow. Other than that, Severnus being the dangerous place it is, you don't feel or sense the presence of demons or something. A god has recently manifested here. Radiant power is still this flame is coming up from this valley. A lot of demons are going to stay the hell away from that, no pun intended, because a god treaded this world, right? And was probably visible for several hundred miles because dude was big. So, relatively, this is probably the safest place on Severnus right now.
Okay.
Okay. I relay all this information.
Important.
So we set up camp and take a long rest.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We could, because the whole revolution in the city has been going on for
1 month.
days, if not weeks, because we missed a month there. So
Yeah.
I could agree to that. Yes.
Okay, so we set up camp. I command the robot to keep us safe as we sleep.
It stands at a it like changes stance. You see a couple of weapons emerge from it. Engaging patrol parameters, and is just going to. It is going to be loud. I won't impose disadvantage on the long rest because there's a giant clunking thing going around, but he's clearly patrolling the area. Okay.
Could I use the downtime as well, besides resting and refreshing, to figure out how to get into contact with whatever's on the fact security relay
Sure.
thing that needs to give access?
Sure. So yeah, you guys make camp in relative safety. You now have some downtime to settle your affairs or talk things out. Boris, you are going to try and discern how to contact this thing. I will allow you however you want to do this. You want to do this the Arcana way or the religion way?
Both are bad, but religion has.
It's not much
Bigger.
about the score as in your method of doing so. So the DCs will be different depending on what you pick.
The religion way, because that's the way that Boris knows.
Okay. So roll that religion. 17. Okay. You do this as part of your downtime activity, so I'll get back to that. Is there anything else you guys want to do before we roll? Well, before the long rest takes hold.
I am going to spend part of the long rests making sure the attunement between my tattoo of feather falling ends, so that I have one free attunement slot, so that in the hypothetical scenario that in the future something forcibly attunes, I know which slot it's going to go to, and I'm not losing either my boots or my cloak, which I think
Okay.
would be more important.
I was thinking, I'm probably gonna get cursed again this week. Chances are high.
No, I'm gonna need to use Null to get the killing blow on Kirksarian, so I can send the soul to Ante, which is what Ante asked me to do last time.
True.
Side notes. Are we bringing the crazy rogue with me to the center of Helios' power?
The
With
crazy rogue?
the crazy god killer sword?
Of
How
course.
many gods, to your
Might help.
knowledge, have I slain with said sword?
How many gods can you slay with said sword?
All of
All
them.
of them.
But that was not the question.
All of them.
You wanted a logic answer?
That's
I love it.
it's specifically the point that I can do that.
I will just read some spells, work on spells. I'm trying to learn until the long rest is there. I will
Alright.
continue for 2 more hours and then do the long rest.
I'm
And
just
for
going
the
to
record-
flavor-wise, going to connect to my Tormandon insignia now and claim Sorceress Burst and Shield.
Okay.
For the record, Boris, if we go to that super holy place filled with energy of your god, it's probably going to be extremely uncomfortable for me.
Do we have any potions against your sickness?
I'm just wondering. The robot is running on.
Natuurlijk gepakt.
I'm just wondering. The robot runs on holy power. Does he even see you?
Currently, yes, because I am not attuned to null.
Yeah.
Once I'm attuned to null, probably not, honestly. It becomes incapable of knowing I exist.
Yeah, there's the issue.
I don't.
Not the issue. There's the situationship.
That is, I understand. The question becomes, what have I done or said that would make you worry that I would use null?
The fact that I
Without
know what
it needing
null
to be.
gives, and it gives you the unresistible urge to kill gods, if I'm not mistaken, because that becomes your goal in life after certain checks.
I am not aware of that.
I might have seen another.
Out of character, it's possible that's on the sheet, but it's not on the sheet that I've been given.
But that's because the DM shared it with me before we started the campaign and all. So I have a vague memory
You
from it.
don't know that.
Yeah, but Boris doesn't know that.
No,
No, I
Yeah.
know.
No.
But Boris,
Cassius,
no, there's a
Taylor
god-killing sword.
can honestly, Cassius can honestly tell you, like, the divine makes me feel uncomfortable to nauseous or sick at this point. But there's no inherent resentment against it, as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
I have no incessant burning desire to slay gods just for the heck of it.
Just another logical question. Why will the sword kill Kirksarian?
The sword isn't. It's not about killing Kirksarian. It's about what Ante said. The soul. Kirksarian's made it so his soul is beyond death and won't move on to the next stage once Kirksarian himself is dead. One of the things that Null lets you do and forces you to do even is if you kill a creature that has a soul with it, you decide where the soul goes. So killing Kirksarian with Null is one of the only ways, or as far as I'm aware, the only way to send his soul somewhere else.
Like,
What
don't-
happens if you kill it with a packstone nearby? Then who gets to choose where it goes?
Paxton sucks it in.
Then I'm gonna assume it's going to it's going to be based on whether or not Null's influence could overcome the Pact Stone, or it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Because we have a Paxton with us now, right?
Well, I want to have
No,
some empiric data, so
It was
I can-
destroyed
No.
by Tormund.
Tormund
So
destroyed
we
the
only-
Pact Stone, yes.
So we only have Null then. Okay.
Yes, and it needs to be the last hit.
Okay.
But I'm not sure Kirksarian dies if we lost hit him with anything that isn't Null, so I don't know if that's going to be a factor or not.
rumors are he overcame death.
Nobody overcomes that. There
This
hasn't
is all
been-
based on feelings, by the way. I haven't exactly used that property of the sword ever.
Straight into the fields, man.
And chances are, if we fight him, it's just another clone. We know
Mm.
he's the real thing.
Yeah.
That is a very good question.
How many
It all
clones are
depends.
running around?
He's a follower of Helios. As far as I understand, in this plane, it's different. Because it's not prayer, technology, as I point to the robots.
Mhm.
So chances are he might be hiding here, so he can tap into that sweet, sweet Helios power. So chances are his actual spirit, his actual being, soul is here.
Mhm.
Else he wouldn't have access to the power, as he is a creature from before the planar down, if I'm not mistaken.
Sharon.
Kirksarian is not from
No.
before the Planar Dawn.
Or from the
Because-
planar down, I mean.
Yeah, he
He was with the research team, eh?
No.
is later because he's from
Later.
those who wanted to get rid of all the other world shit, all the fantasy
Yes.
things.
It's
Council of
Russian Aid
Sevran,
race is
yeah.
same.
But they were the owners of the research institute where we found the storage for Null, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, oh,
Hey,
bit
it's
too long.
been a lot of lore. I will agree.
There-
It's been a lot of lore.
The arcane and planar dawn happened hundreds of thousands years
yes.
ago,
Mhm.
and at a certain point, Severnus had already been inhabited, and then it was wiped out, and then they refound a dead world way later, and then they said, we want to get rid of all these strange gods. We want to have a new human planet again. Get rid of elves and dwarves and dragons.
So
And
basically, they created the scheme for locking up Helios and limiting the access to it.
And Kirksarian found access through more natural means, probably. Who knows?
Quite.
Question for the DM. I did
Mhm.
proudly state to Boris that I have no desires or feelings of hurting gods, but is that correct? Still?
You are well. There is the disgust is there, right?
Mhm.
But that isn't a violent disgust.
Mhm.
I will
It's
say
just, I don't
because-
want to be involved with them.
Yeah, I will say because it the veil was tipped a little bit by Yannick.
Sorry.
You can tell that being attuned to null imparts an affliction. And I will say mechanically that is a progressive thing.
Mhm.
Whether or not you immediately start murdering every celestial being you see, who knows?
Yeah, because like Cassius right now is aware that he's only been attuned to null for like maybe a minute.
Yeah.
At most. Like after that he broke the attunement by ripping it off
Mm-hmm.
his own hand. So it does concern a little bit that even just attuning for such a small brief amount of time has incited some pretty significant changes.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat worrying. On the other hand, it is an incredibly powerful magical artifact, so it makes sense that any associated effects would be severe as well.
Yes.
But in game, there is no reason for anybody to know that that could or should or might
yet,
make
no.
me into
No.
a bloodthirsty godslayer.
No, but it is a logical assumption that you probably don't want to be carrying it around all day.
There is a reason other than the fact that I'm a rogue and greatswords aren't really that useful to me that I haven't just been using it as my day-to-day weapon, because it is a +3 greatsword, which is
Pretty
for
damn
some
strong.
classes very good.
So yeah.
All right, good to know. Is the mark of Xene that I definitely don't maybe possibly have on my forearm changing in any way now that the influence of Xene is coming through in Severnus more
Well-
obvious than before, at the very least?
Well, do you want to take a moment to focus and
I do. Yeah, I'll
reach
take a
for that?
moment.
Yeah.
When we have a
Okay. So
time.
I will say, what ability would you like to impart on your inspection of that?
I was in one of the loops that I remember, and possibly others, assimilated into the hive mind of Xene that is here, and I do think I still have my detect thoughts that I can cast once a day. I don't think I've used it in this
Okay.
day yet, so I'll use that to see if I can find that hive mind presence somewhere in
Okay.
the environment around me that is actively xenifying more and more, as I understand it.
Yep.
Um,
Xenofying indeed. So
yeah.
I will
I'll
say, if you
Bend the spell if you need me to.
yeah, and then let's call it an insight roll with advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
And since we're taking a long rest, I'll add one of my sonic dice.
Okay.
So that's 29.
29. Okay, it's not a bad roll. I will say, with that 27, you've already. No, we're going to just do this narratively. So everybody's going about their business. You hear a large robot clonking around. This place is still gray and dead. This soil, there's nothing here. But as you sit down and focus, look upon this mark, and think about what you've felt, remembered from those loops, you focus, close your eyes, and you are surrounded. This is not the things you see in the valley, the surface, the strange plants growing and churning around, still staying away from the flame at the center. growing up the mountains, this is not simply the creature Xene. This is its biology. This is its nature manifesting. This is what the world of Xene would have once looked like that is now manifesting upon Severnus. What you sense is deep, deep below you. There are roots here that have been laying dormant for untold thousands of years. And they are slowly waking up. And this is the main structure of that mind that you briefly... The mind you touched in the loop was a memory, was a construct by Methandor, something that he understood, that he felt when he visited their world before it fell. No, that is not what is here now. This is something awakening that is seeking out old, rotten corpses and reviving them by touch. Memories of an entire civilization slowly waking up. And you feel yourself being watched. There is something sensing you back as you reach through your mind. And there's this horrific feeling that your abilities, your psionic powers, they have always been this. They have always had this origin. Because it feels very natural to reach down to those roots. Maybe still thousands of feet below you. And the moment you might slip, because you rolled over a 25, that fall into that mind is prevented. For instead, you sense a little side feeling, this other separate entity that catches you as you fall. And you look, you're no longer surrounded by your friends, but instead you see this golden, not golden, but this vibrant blue dome of the city of Sevran. You're standing upon a cliff, and next to you stands this metal golem figure, grown and more sophisticated now, more humanoid. It has fixed itself further in your absence for this last month. And it stands observing as you see burning buildings within the city. You see chaos, explosions, gunfire reflected off the dome. And this golem standing there, you yourself ethereal, it turns to you with these eyes made of pieces your party has given it. It doesn't say anything. It just acknowledges you and nods, then turns back to the city. And you feel the roots growing around the city, but they are stopped. And then it will say to you, "We cannot yet reach. This is still a task for you and yours. We wish to assist and aid. We wish to find those that belong to us, that are being killed, their souls taken from us." and it's waiting for a response from you.
Boy.
What do we see? What do we see in the meanwhile when he? how-
You see Cassius is sitting, he's cross-legged in a sort of meditative pose, and he seems to be staring at his mark on his hand,
or is
on his
the
arm.
is the mark glowing and increasing?
Make a perception check, Nolan, as you're offhandedly looking at this.
At some point, both Cassius and its player realized that we did never actually establish where Cassius's psionic powers came from.
No!
I,
I jumped into that, motherfucker!
That is
that's
incredible, because Cassius is like, wait.
oh,
Yeah, I think he's probably fallen asleep, Nolan.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to sleep as well.
Shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
me
my immediate response was gonna be like, I asked Nolan like, shit, what does this mean? You're my four gods of old guy that I ask questions about.
Yeah.
I'll respond because earlier it was revealed that all the souls of the people that are currently there, they've been living on borrowed time this entire time, and they're basically batteries for usage by Quixarian whenever he needs it, right?
And those souls came from Severnus. They weren't born on the other worlds. They were born
Well, so,
here, and their souls came from here.
Claiming the souls, and they're also saying that they want to, essentially save the souls that are now going somewhere else when the people inside the city die, which again isn't a bad thing. Like the hive mind is making a lot of sense, guys.
That's the wonderful thing. They are what they are. They are not evil or good. They are a presence.
I'm gonna reply and say, then I will assist and aid you in this, but only accept those souls that were yours to begin with, and don't forcibly claim them. Only take them if they have nowhere else to go.
There is no expression on this golem. It doesn't really have a face, although it's starting to maybe try and form one as it's looking at you. It cocks its head. Of course. The pact between the four will be maintained. Those of us will be of us, and the others, when they awaken, and they will soon follow, shall claim what is theirs.
Is it waiting for a reply from me, or was that just...
Do you want to... You feel you do have some control here. You're standing here. You realize as well as you're looking down, you're basically standing within a Xene root that has come up, a sort of alien tree. You are locked into this place, but he's basically pulled you here in your essence to speak to you.
Let's say, then I'll accept any help you can give.
If you are to approach the city, it will be in safety.
Be appreciated.
Now, I understand that you are also one of us reaching out. Do not think it is an obligation. You are an agent of us. Do as you wish and will. We are never dictating the actions of those who have split from the branch. But do be careful, for in joining there is bliss. It is an existence like no other. Not yet your fate. Be careful not to slip and fall again. And you are thrown back. You feel yourself being pulled through this root system underneath Severnus, and you spurt and wake. The fact robot that's patrolling stops for a moment. It's been hours now, and it just stops, and you get scanned by the robot. Nominal, and just walks past and does his other control. It's root.
Cassius looks at his forearm and says, "If you say so." Metal guy, if you say so. Is Nolan asleep at this point?
Oh, very much. He's
Nolan is
muted, by the way.
muted.
Yeah.
You were sleeping, so I went to sleep as well.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, Cassius is gonna have some questions for you at breakfast tomorrow.
Do we have food?
have
Do you
rations.
have rations? Do you have
There's-
create
there's
food and drink?
There's plenty of plants now.
We'll have to sacrifice one of us.
Nolan in the morning cutting in the Xenia roots. There you go. That's gonna.
Oh, there's a
Make
flute
a
here.
soup.
Oh,
Let's make a soup.
Nolan, I have
So-
to tell you something about the plants here. It's very important. Oh, here you are. I made a book fire.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Cassius's downtime thing. But is there anything else you guys? Otherwise, we go to Boris's thing because that's also still in the works.
I will ask Boris if he can do something with splint armor.
I don't think I have the dexterity to carry it.
It's heavy armor, 17 AC.
I think I can only do medium.
Ja, ik weet niet welke cleric.
I think
Yeah.
proficient, probably, yeah.
Ja, en je moet ook 12 dexterity of zoiets doen ervoor.
No, the strength.
Nee. Traint, ja.
Strength is
Maar dat heb jij
16
wel.
met Ion Stone.
Ja.
I only can go up to medium armor.
Ja, nee,
Ja.
dat kan ik u niet allemaal. En also, zijn er in de buurt toevallig nog robotonderdelen die kapot zijn? Of is dat gewoon allemaal dingen?
Most of that stuff has been wiped completely by Dormadon, and you realize as well that not all the things that were happening in the loop were actually really there.
Ik kan het heel kort vragen. Is er nog een mogelijkheid dat ik een beetje een reroll in de dingen doen? Als die Frost Dragons zijn vernietigd, had ik een Dragon Scale kunnen looten.
Sure. Let's. Okay. I would say roll investigation.
Kan Indela mij daarbij helpen?
Sure. Sure.
Nice.
Ooh.
Gaming the system. Gaming the system.
The system says no. Sadly.
Crap.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They got pulverized. They got absolutely squished into bits. Yeah, there was. You find a little bit of dragon mush, and that's about it.
Niet herkenbaar welk deel het was.
Nee, dat is gewoon gras. Drakengras.
Ja, omdat ik weet,
Ja.
Dario heeft geen shield en kan. Dat is volgens mij wel proficiency.
Shields kan iedereen dragen, ja.
You
It's
can
medium
shield,
armor
yeah.
proficiency.
Nee,
Druids hebben dat,
dan
ja.
moet je proficiency, we hebben hem al.
Ja.
En ik wou voor Dario, maar als ik geen materialen vind, dan kan ik niks voorzien.
Sorry.
Nee, oké, we gaan een bad roll.
Take a skill from Glendlow.
Jeez.
Ja.
Lay on
Skills
hands.
zijn helemaal nog
Lay
niet
on
zo
hands.
It's
Lay on
a,
hands.
it's a sustainable source of dragon skills.
It's like pulling a hair; it will grow back. It's
Yeah.
Oh, infinite dragon skills.
Yeah.
We've discovered the game-breaking infinite dragon armor glitch, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including pissing off the dragon that likes to manifest in the real world.
I feel like Tormodon might not be okay with that.
Yeah. Suddenly, 1,500 paladins of Tormodon are sent from the Camarda Domain.
Hey guys, it's okay. I've got this cool armor for you guys. Oh.
So then Gord
Yeah.
will try to gather the rations and then maybe try to cook something for
Okay.
everyone to take a moment of rest for everyone and to make
Yeah.
it maybe take a breather. But Gord is a terrible cook, so
Yeah, I was
kinda
just
hard.
wondering where
Uh,
this is
better.
going.
This is the first time in
Maybe-
the whole
Can I-
campaign you
maybe a
Arnie
wisdom
Chow.
roll for it or something.
It is a
Yeah.
survival roll, probably.
Gord is a dwarf, so he's naturally resistant to poison. So everything
Yeah.
is super spicy,
Yeah.
but for him it's like this is just normal
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, and there's-
For other people,
Survival roll with
it's
disadvantage.
Sure.
Skills,
All right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ooh.
somehow he managed to burn hard tack and like biscuits. You had a little bit of these strange. You know what it is? You find one of these strange packages that the Rangers had with them, and it's you can't really read what it says. It's like this grayish brown bag, and it has these strange things in it, and you're trying to cook an MRE. And you burn yourself on the heat pack. What's this? It's starting to catch fire. Parts of the meat and everything starts catching fire as well. It is a horrendous mess. Most of the food has plastic in it because you didn't know to remove the wrappers. So this is your first official dose of microplastics.
Yeah, I'll go around and I'll hand everyone a plate. I'll kick Nolan away.
Yeah.
Hey, Nolan, here's your food.
oh, dwarven food again.
I did my best.
Oh,
A
And after a
crunchy
couple of
wrapper.
minutes eaten, I'll ask everyone, and how are you enjoying it?
this is disgusting. Oh.
It just needs some
Good.
salt. Here's some salt.
It needs
Mhm.
water and flavor.
When is this taking place? Is this in the evening or in the?
Evening,
I'll say this is before you do your thing, so you can be
Okay.
up and about. Yeah.
And you do also know what it does not need? It
Spice.
does not need a dwarf cooking.
You see a single tear run from Gordon, who is doing his best to up morale a bit, and he's trying to.
Cassis is going to like respectfully but honestly like you're very good at certain things, and that is why I and many other people value you, but cooking is not one of them.
Okay, you do breakfast, Cassius.
All right.
I'm nu aan iedereen spare the dying casten.
Yeah.
Hello.
Will get you through the night. This will get you through the night. This will get you through the night.
Sorry.
Purify food and drink.
2 coins on each eye for gentle repose, and yeah. So yeah. With that, you also, Cassius, you start your meditation, and Boris, you as well. You start focusing down, and trying to understand, to reach for this thing. And state for me again exactly, because it's been a while since you did it, but state exactly what you're trying to do here.
I'm trying to figure out how to get in touch with the other side who needs to
Yeah.
give the authorization for access.
Okay. So you do your normal evening rituals and you go for your evening prayer, but this time with a different focus. You sit down, and instead of praying to Helios itself, which you know always reaches you, you see this, and also realize this sun hasn't moved a lot, right? The days have been long, but the sun is almost always in the sky. This little tiny red dot. And you focus yourself on that instead. You reach through the power your God has given you. That's always been so distant. This time, just focusing on that little dot, it feels a little closer. But it's as though you are trying to hear someone who's inside a building. A voice is coming to you, but it's being shouted and muffled. And as much as you try to push through, you cannot. It is so close, but you cannot reach. There is something about this star. So close yet so far. The full power of Helios at your beck and call. Yet it is being hampered. You open your eyes again and the robot is standing in front of you, silently staring at you. And it will simply repeat. Planetside terminal. Unable to connect. Handshake protocol required by fax security. Local terminal. When requested, access to terminal will be granted.
I request access to the terminal.
Transportation will be required. Do you accept transportation?
Is it solo transportation or for multiple people?
It scans the area. Several observers can be present. Guest access will be given.
Max limit?
Current maximum limit is 50.
Okay. How long does this offer stand?
Until... actually, let me think about this. Mission critical element. No time limit required.
I assume the other people are asleep now.
Yes, they are. Well, meditating.
Huh. One guy is staring at his arm.
Then there's Cassius in meditation.
Everything okay with Cassius? I guess I see he's a bit lethargic.
Yeah, you can make a perception roll as well.
My passive perception is 50. Bada bing.
I would say with a 20, he still seems to be meditating, and you see him reach for his mark of Zenith, and it is not like that one time with Nolan. It's not like something horrible is happening.
Because it is at this point the mark of Sine? Because I don't think it was before. It was just in line at some point.
Yeah, but you identified yourself as that, so it's it's not it hasn't grown. It hasn't like done anything. It's still, but it's definitely a point.
But it's definitely
a
a
connection.
mark now instead of just
Yeah.
a weird line on my arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still meditating, so there's no me
No.
replying to Boris or anything,
No.
right? This is happening while
Yeah,
I'm
it's all a bit
standing
wishy-washy.
next
Yeah.
to the... Yeah, okay. No,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah,
Guess we will take this up in the morning then when everybody's awake and I won't teleport 6 people just out of the blue. You're in
oh, by the
space
way,
now, motherfuckers!
What?
all right. So yeah, with that, the evening comes to a close, and you all take a full rest.
Hooray!
Oh my god.
Nice.
And I can take 1 day of my divine intervention.
Ja.
Maar de
So
vorige keer
how
was dat wel goed. Misschien moeten we gewoon... Maybe we should wait another 6 days so we have that again for when we... Because it was really good last time.
Okay, that's on 6 now.
All right.
Hey,
When
decent roll.
Nolan wake up, Cassius is sitting cross-legged next to Nolan, waiting for Nolan to wake up.
which several times you're like, is he still breathing? It's like, just put your finger in front of his nose, like, yeah, yeah.
I'll open my eye. I'll see. Oh, he really wants to pose a question. I'll close my eye and turn around.
You hear a voice in your mind going, Nolan, I know you're awake.
Of course, your passive perception is way too high.
I mean, it is, yes, but
I will reply in your mind. No, I'm not.
I haven't opened the mental connection, so this is me just telepathically. This is one-way traffic right now.
Okay.
But Nolan doesn't know that.
Nolan doesn't know
No,
necessarily.
he's just-
So there's-
Yeah, indeed.
I'm gonna say like
I'll
fine if you
wake
don't
up.
if you don't want to know what I've
No.
discovered about the 4, then
I
sure.
will wake up. It will take like 15, 20 minutes, maybe now half an hour. But I stand up, my old man morning ritual.
Bones cracking.
Ooh, what is it, Cassius?
I will explain pretty much everything that I learned
Yes.
last night.
I will reply after you get me a cup of coffee.
I'm gonna turn around and get Nolan a cup of coffee while thinking to myself, well, it's a good thing Nolan's god is kind of a chill dude, because like if I wanted to kill a god, that would be kind of a
I
fun
know.
thing to do.
I will walk to Dario and say, I just made a joke. I asked him to make some coffee, but there is no coffee.
Ah. Well,
Did you ask for the pumpkin spice latte?
I mean, do we have coffee? Cassius is
No idea.
Unless you have it explicitly in your bags, no.
I do not have it now. Then I'm just gonna grab a cup of water,
I
and
have
give it to Nolan
incense.
and say, "Here, your coffee." It looks weird, but that's just because it's Sevran's coffee.
Nolan, check whether or not he's spat in it, because you never know.
Thank you. What's troubling you this early in the morning?
I will explain to Nolan
Yeah.
pretty much everything I learned last night about how
You became
the 4
Mark
have a
Road.
pact. How the 4 have a pact among them. The hive mind is reawakening, but then the golem that we awoke is there as its own entity and not part of the hive mind. They're trying to get into the city to make sure that the people that are dying that are theirs,
Yes, they
which
want
I'm
to clear.
assuming. Well, Cine told me, but I'm assuming it's the same for the other 3. Like they all want to claim the souls that belong to them, or reclaim those souls in a way, I suppose. And all that, and that it's promised to aid us and make sure our approach to the city is safe.
Okay.
Assuming we don't just straight up teleport there, I suppose. because they cannot get into the dome, right? That's specifically why
No.
they needed my
Yeah.
aid.
And what's your question?
I thought you were a fan of sharing knowledge. I just shared some knowledge.
Ah, okay. Well, a lot of it I already knew, but the golem, that's new. Yes, interesting. So, well, they want to
Do you
reclaim
have
what's there.
Do you have similar connections? No, right? Because your connection with one of the four that was there was completely broken, purged,
Completely is
suppressed.
maybe a very strong word. I hope it will never return. Yes, I had a connection, very strong connection with Trahas. It, and the funny thing is, I was not even on Severnus, and still Trahas said, "I'm going to claim your soul because you belong to me," which makes no sense because it was on the other realm. But here, I believe civilization has died. I don't know what Kirksaren did to either resurrect the souls or have people born, but if people are born on the soil of Severnus, apparently they are born with one of the souls that has died here aeons ago. And now the gods want to reclaim those souls. More or less. Yes.
That's a lot of words that aren't really an answer to my question about do you still have that connection and can you feel it or not?
Probably have it still somewhere, and I'm not going to try and feel it. It's not a really. I don't like other gods. Ante is the only one I like, more or
We
less.
suppre- I
I'm
assume
picky.
I hear this conversation.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not
I
doing this
begin.
quietly, so yeah, everybody could.
I answered to Cassius. We suppressed his, well, rune, but it was suppressed by some
Yes, with
kind
the
of an
same spell we
expert.
used on the girl, right?
Oratal, I think. I'm not sure,
All
but
right,
it's still there. He didn't remove it.
it's still there. Well, good to know. And for the record, Nolan, I never had any issues with any of this the four nonsense until you asked me to steal a wooden idol from some guy in the city.
I tend to
That's when.
forget a lot of things, so I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Oh, that's okay. I remembered. Okay. Well, the good
No,
news is Nolan
thanks
isn't
for sharing.
immediately shouting, "Oh my God, what have you done?" So that's good.
Well,
The fact
if
that he doesn't care might be even worse, to be
honestly,
honest.
if the lives of these 10 million people are already forfeit, or maybe it's 5 million now, so that's even less of a problem. Well, then who cares where they go to?
My reasoning was, since these souls are living on borrowed time and are essentially stolen from where they once were, returning them to where they were is not necessarily a bad thing.
Well, I think if you just make a tiny, tiny little hole in the blue dome, everything will just, it will happen.
Yes. Do you have any ideas on how to do that?
I might have a suggestion.
Did we not
I'm glad I could be
assume
of help.
that the dome is being powered by whatever is down in the caverns? Wasn't that what we
Yes.
concluded?
The dome was being powered by something, correct?
I might have something that can help us.
Which is,
It seems the robot needs to connect with something that's up near that sun up there in the sky. It also happens that my new friend has the capability to transport up to 50 people directly to whatever it is that's draining power from the sun directly.
oh, nice.
So
Well,
if we can get up there, we
up to
might
the,
be able to channel something to shatter or break or dissipate the doom.
you want to go onto the sun?
I want to go on, what did the robot call it? the Sevran, the Esprian something one.
Okay.
So are you willing
Yes.
to join me? Yes. Okay. Unexpected.
What do we have a choice? Once you go there, we don't know what happens there, or even if you return from there. So, if we
That
don't
might
go,
be
then
the key to unlocking Helios for this plane.
Mhm. No, but I'm
So I
just saying,
don't.
like, if we don't join you, then we don't know what happens to you, and if you never return, then well, you just kind of up and vanished.
Well, if you can still walk in the sunlight and don't become a vampire or undead, then you will feel the warmth from my soul. Should I not make it back? Because
Do you think I'm a
is...
vampire? Is that why you're
It's just-
distrusting?
Yeah,
You
it
could
was
Like,
have
just
I'm
been.
pale, yes, but
it was just a stupid, sneaky reference to the potion. But
yes,
well.
I'm aware. But
Yeah.
Cassius
No,
isn't.
that was not in character, by the way. It was in the scene code.
Okay.
This is
No,
the Green Lantern finds out that Batman has no powers and is just a regular guy. Like, I'm just a dude, right?
No, I would Helios reach us all, and I would be one with Helios. So, should I not make it back, I will still be with you. Oh, man, it's corny. Fuck. Never mind. I never said that.
By the way, doe iets meer met Mike, want ik denk dat hij een beetje pad afslachtig is.
Ja, inderdaad.
Okay, sorry.
Dat is beter, ja.
Mike slag taken op the headset. So I want to inquire if you would be willing to join me, or that your focus is first on whatever you want to do with Kirkcern in the dome.
I mean, you said doing this would help us in dealing with the dome.
I'm
Or
not sure
Might.
if there might be a solution there to the dome.
I mean,
Because as far as
opening the
lear-
connection with your deity could only benefit you and therefore benefit us, correct?
and Kirkcern as he is back channeling Helios. But that
But-
means it's a magical barrier that it's also using power from Helios. And as I can sense from the robot organe, it's being controlled quite heavily. So maybe the controls to kill the dome are also up there. But that's rough speculation.
Well, would there be a way to block or keep blocking his connection to Helios and unlocking yours?
Yes or no?
Because
It's
I'm
a guess.
assuming what is blocked can be unblocked, and what is not blocked can be blocked.
Yes, gemakstoemper. Maar...
What?
Gemakstoemper, ken je dat niet?
No.
Okay.
I have
How-
no idea what you just said.
Johan wel. That's important. No, it is a leap of faith, pun intended. In the sense that it will hopefully solve some of the things I've learned from Helios in this plane, and maybe bring it back to what it should be, instead of this. Well, I point at the robot. And as we learn, the caverns underneath the dome are filled with this kind of robot, which hold a sunstone, which are a tether to Helios's power. Then it became silent.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd be fine with going if that's what everyone else wants to do. The question is, are you fine with me going?
Of course.
I don't have the knowledge, so just keep the crazy sword away from whatever DP that's up there.
There is a part of Cassius's mind that is now going, well, I mean, if Kirksarian draws power from Helios, then shutting down Helios would, in theory, shut down some of Kirksarian's power.
But he still has arcane capabilities which are not linked to.
Yes, I know. But Cassius is simply making the mental note that, killing
Yeah.
Helios or shutting it down might not be the worst.
And hamstringing one of your party members.
Yes, true. Because have I seen... No, there's no way I would understand enough to know that from our encounters we've had with Kirksarian, Cassius does not know when Kirksarian does magic if he's strong on the arcane side or the Helios side. There would be... that is... magic is magic, and that is
Yeah.
all I know.
All right.
Yeah, there's... That was...
If you want to attach an Arcana roll to it, you're
But
welcome
there's no
to.
point.
Okay.
It is beyond my ability to
Okay.
understand the intricacies of what type of magic is being cast.
I would
And
say
we
so,
only-
yes.
And we only know Kirksaren is using Helios' powers because he told us so himself. Because we didn't deduce that up until we left the dome.
Well, that was a bit of a dumb move on his part then. But, good for us.
What, a villain
Yes.
monologuing? What do you mean?
Yeah, it was a villain giving out its weaklets for free. Never been done before.
I mean, I haven't specifically used that part of Null yet, but like it also on hit has a chance to sever the connection between someone and their god. I'm assuming.
Keep it away from me, please.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what I've been doing. Which I'm assuming comes at the very least with some incredible discomfort. So that could help us when we do end up fighting Kirksarian.
It's also a way by just hitting Kirksaren you can limit his powers.
Yeah, it would prevent him from using that part of his
Helios,
powers. Well, in
So-
theory.
We going up?
What do you mean up?
I point at the sun.
Going into the sun?
I look at the sun. I'd say. Well,
I'm
I've
no man
traveled
of science,
far.
but
I've traveled far in my life. But that's really far. Are you
course,
sure,
he-
everyone?
What did the
Let me
robot
cook some
say?
breakfast first, guys.
No!
Well, Boris, if you feel that's what we have to do, I am all
I-
for it. If I understood correctly, it will anyway lead us to Kirksarin in one way or another. So
It is related, but I am unsure what we will find there.
Are we going to be safe?
I point at the robot. I think he's with us.
I agree.
Okay.
I'll be the first druid ever that has traveled so far.
Well, I will take off my clothes for the ice weather. Because those might be way too hot.
Not gonna need those anymore.
I was a little confused at where that was going first.
My
I cast
cold weather
I cast
clothing. Cold
burning
weather
hands.
clothing.
my-
Nolan pulls out his Bermuda. Let's go to the sun, boys. Let's get me some tan.
Oh no, that was Black Linus.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming we've taken off our winter clothes because the winter part of
I mean, it's still
this
nippy, but it's not,
It's
no
not-
longer
yeah, it's
deathly freezing you to
deathly
the fucking
chilling,
ground. Yeah.
freezing to the ground. Yeah.
I'm always
Okay.
cold.
So
Okay.
I query the robot to take us up to the station.
Please designate guest access.
Cassius, Nolan, Dario, Gort, Calendula.
And as you point at them, like temporary guest access acquired for targets. Please stand close for transit.
Or
5 target.
Eh?
Calendula.
Four targets, not four
the-
targets, but
the-
for the targets. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was also counting.
Yeah.
English heart, yo.
Yes.
Nolan is not a target. Nolan is a
No.
robot. Has been since the start.
Yeah, exactly. It is now revealed.
Should have
Um,
just EMP'd him all along.
yeah. So
If I EMP grenade your god, is it bad for him?
Yes.
it's a holy hand grenade.
Why am I giving you more ammunition to kill the fucking god?
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy.
Uh,
So
I
as you
have
guys
EMP grenades. No, like that
Yes,
is
I know.
that is the
Yeah.
thing I have.
try it on the robot. Do. So you gather up your things, and this large machine stands before you, and then scans you, logs you, commencing transit. And this perfect rectangular box made of light that is being projected by the robot itself forms around you and shapes you around you. There are a few things. Looking around, you are all momentarily lifted in the air in this little box. The robot turns its attention to your destination. And for a brief moment, you get a view of the valley. The fog is gone. The frost walls are gone. Behind this mountain, this impossibly large gate stands that you can now see, because before there was fog. The arms of this gate are larger than the mountain itself. But here you turn away. You look up. And there is a flash of light and a streak of burning across the sky. The robot simply says, "Logic contingent arriving. On delay, but intact." And you see that ship crashing down, the same one you saw each time at the start of every loop. Now actually arriving on Severnus.
Oh crap.
You get flashed away, and you feel, as with multiple teleportations some of you have been through, you feel yourself being pulled. But this is such a distance that you see, for a brief fraction of a second, a grayish ball with an atmosphere being pulled away from you as you look at Severnus disappearing behind you. You are in a void of stars, being pulled towards a small red dot that keeps growing and growing and growing. This is not a ballistic trajectory. This is a straight line being pulled by this machine's magic. You see the dot growing to be blinding, but not burning you, as you impact something and are now standing in a facility. The first thing you do feel is an intense, blistering wave of heat. It is the full opposite of where you were in Severnus. Not deathly cold, but still well beyond freezing. Nolan being correct in removing his winter clothes, you are blasted. But that is not the only sensation. There is a tingling sensation all across you, like little pinpricks are constantly slapping you. All over your body, inside your mind, your neck, your extremities. You're being pinched every second, everywhere. Little spots of flashes on your eyesight as well. Like something, the same pinpricks are happening in your eyes. It is uncomfortable. The air is thick. It smells of oil and metal and dust. The smell of ozone, the smell of magic to you, in the air, on your tongue, in your nose, sticking to everything. It feels heavy to breathe. You have to force yourself. And before you, you are all bathed in red light, nearly blinding, as your eyes are adjusting from being on the surface of a dead world for so long. You have been in darkness. You are surrounded by metal. The floor, metal. You see things on the sides, broken pieces, cables, wiring, things hanging from the ceiling, and an impossibly thick layer of dust. You are the first ones here in a very long time. Everything looks either broken, no, unfinished. Someone left in a hurry and never returned to finish their work. A gate opens as the robot walks through. Screeching sounds of machines, of gears that have not worked for so long, but still they do work. And you are now blasted with the true light at the end of this. A large, impossibly large window before you. Now, the light is blinding. And as your eyes adjust, you see this.
Right.
How close by is this?
This, with what you know from astronomy, Nolan, you would have guessed that the sun around Sevranus would have been small. But a star nonetheless. You are still a considerable distance away.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the true size, and probably still hundreds of thousands of miles or kilometers away.
Mhm.
And you see the structures around this place. You see half-finished, broken, abandoned machinery. Once constructed, but never finished. Around a small red dwarf star. And those little pinpricks and everything around your vision and everything, you are being bombarded with radiation.
We're gonna get superpowers.
Oh boy.
Or
Or cancer.
Or radiation poisoning. Yes.
Uh,
Agenia Gortz, because they're immune to disease. They're abandoned.
not the illness.
Yeah, but is canker
Radiation sickness.
disease?
yeah,
Disease is
we'll
disease.
find out. So yeah,
I stand very quietly and don't move until Boris
Yeah.
tells us what we can and cannot touch.
I'm looking around.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have the knowledge from the scrolls, but I first want to look around and see what I can find from rituals that I know from my own religious study and background.
yeah. Okay. I will allow you a religion roll with advantage on this place.
Just divine sense.
Divine sense. You do sense celestial presences. all around you. And the robot itself is also lighting up. The bot is now moving towards a place, a station, a docking station, is going to walk forward, step into it, and basically gets locked into the station. Stone he carries starts lighting up, and several things start activating. Some flickering. You see sparks of electricity as things fall from the ceilings. And yeah, Gord, you feel there is divinity or celestial presence here. But
Is it impregnated in the station itself, or is it?
yeah,
Yeah. What am I thinking?
Boris, you get a shiver down your spine as several of the symbols and diagrams and structures you've known your entire life and studied are on the walls, in the walls. You walk up to one of these screens and you know how to operate all of this. You simply, the positions and everything, they have been used in rituals and to prepare incense and herbs and certain ways of speaking. The way you cast your magic, your somatic components, the way you move your hands. If you were to cast anything, a healing word or a radiant flame, what is it?
Guiding bolt, sacred flame.
Yeah, sacred flame, that's it. If you were to move your hands in a way to cast that spell, you're touching buttons and things here. So you would move things on these panels, and they would impart something of that. This is, yeah, a homecoming to you. And you feel much closer, almost as if you were to be in a temple, much closer to Helios here.
Okay. First, I want to pray to Helios. I go as close as I dare towards the sun.
Okay.
Clean the ground. Again, undress to my bare chest and draw the Helios symbol on my chest and recite my prayer.
You all watch Boris do this. And as he does, you hear metal groan. You hear certain things like knocking. You hear whispers. But incomprehensible. Boris, you feel something reach for you. But it's as though you are standing in front of this massive window that has multiple impacts and scratches, but is still standing. This window radiating with heat. It's almost as if something is standing right outside of that window trying to get in. An invisible hand reaching for it.
Can I try and mentally push through, trying to break whatever veil that is there to keep it together?
You try and reach, and again you hear sparks of electricity, and something falls from the ceiling. It's almost as though it would be broken, a piece of debris, but it's with purpose. A screen, a panel, a terminal hangs right next to you.
I cast daylight,
You cast daylight.
and I'm gonna do something really stupid
Go for it. I like that.
and cast it at 6th level, which is the highest spell slot I have available.
What?
There we go.
And I
Okay.
cast it on the symbol on my chest that I draw to
Okay.
make it light up as if it is the fucking sun.
I turn into dust because I am obviously a vampire.
The entire party gets disintegrated.
I tried to find some sunblock or something.
Yeah. You try to match the very sun in front of you, an actual star, casting daylight on yourself. Okay.
Yeah, that's dramatic, sorry. Why do I always do this?
No, I love it.
Because you love being
yeah,
dramatic. That's the point of
thing
D&D.
you do.
Look, yeah.
That's the point
You-
of D&D.
Exactly. Do it good. You hear. Now, I'll say, Boris, you. We'll get to you. We'll first say what the other people see. First, you all have to shield your eyes. Because, again, you were barely adjusting to an actual red dwarf star outside of a window. Now, this white light, not red, but white, pure white, shoots from Boris, illuminating everything. The ground and everything, again, this metallic groaning sound, this cracking, this the bot in its little alcove, the stone in its chest lighting up in the reflection of this spell. You blink. Try to focus. Everything in this facility has been revived. No more no dirt or loose cables. Nothing. Everything here has been restored. It is complete. It is fixed. Boris's lights keeps radiating. And you have a bit of a different experience.
Oh boy.
You see a figure standing before you in front of this window. You see its hands and massive face pressed against the glass, staring at you with burning eyes. It is shouting and screaming and knocking on the glass, screaming at you, but you can't hear their voice. What do you do?
So I reactivated every terminal and everything, so everything is draining power from
Yeah, but
Helios.
you-
It's what-
You are
I'm
not
oblivious
paying
to that.
attention. You are not paying
just-
attention to that. You see this divine being of light, impossibly large, reaching for you, banging, screaming words at you that you can't quite hear yet.
Can I cast Dawn on the glass?
Okay.
My I'm burning spell. slot
Burning,
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say,
but
Yeah.
very good
this
sounds
is-
a lot.
This is kind of a thing
This
to
will be
do.
the time.
Er gebeurt van
Ja.
alles, dus.
Yeah.
Boris is the only one seeing the figure.
Yeah.
Correct? We don't see
No,
that
you just see
happening.
Boris
Blinding
being
light,
a
Boris-
blinding light where he
Boris
is.
flying, hovering in the air, glowing
Yeah.
like we've seen him do before.
And this entire area is just, this entire facility is just become one again. Then, because this is in the form of a cylinder. Yeah.
Yeah,
As
the other
you're-
option was Sunbeam, but
Yeah.
I burned my 6th level spell on.
Yeah. So you guys are just, this is in fraction, this is in 6-second intervals. This is happening very fast. So in Boris's light, everything is fixed. You're almost ready to focus your eyes again when this column of light explodes once more from Boris. All of this rippling through. And now this is not electricity. This is divine light. Crawling like thunder, like lightning crawling over a cloud, rolling around this place. And I will say, I will let you guys all roll that Constitution save.
Oh, sorry.
The one for Dawn, you mean?
Ja.
Ja.
Ja, oké.
Allemaal met +3 van mijn aura. Ik vermoed dat iedereen bij mij in de buurt staat.
So +3 to everybody.
So that's a
That
20
passes.
because the +3.
Okay,
I know
everybody's doing well.
Oh no, you made it. Nice.
And Calendula as well. She's probably gonna fucking eat it.
Do I roll
Yeah.
the damage? Because you take half.
You roll the damage.
Wacht, is het fire damage? Want dan is Calendula immune.
Holy.
Radiance, yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
En dat is dan apply half als je gesaved hebt.
It is a 5th level spell.
Auw.
So this explosion slams you all against the walls. Yeah.
Ja, nee, ik heb min 19 damage gedaan op Gord, Calendula en Dario. Ik denk dat ik nog
Ah,
ownership van Dario heb.
yeah. Whoops.
Dario, jij moet 19 health terugpakken. Ja.
Nee, dat is omdat Dario nu ook Tormundon Oath is en hij
Yeah,
ook...
It's just it belongs to him now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
everybody belongs to him.
One pool of hit points.
All right. So you all see this go. You guys get blasted by a radiant fire. Like what the? Just getting ripped apart while Boris is focusing down. This column rippling through. The figure in front of you reaches through the glass. Everything here, you guys watch as cracks begin to show on this barrier that is keeping out outer space. The figure reaches through and embraces you. And the moment contact is made, you see not just this one star. You see a thread reaching impossibly far to where Helios truly is, to your home, and outwards throughout all the stars out here. Thousands of them. There are many where Helios tried to reach, where agents were sent to sow the seeds, to have a hold on this plane of existence, on this material realm, to anchor the power of Helios as the sun god above all, the true god of this plane, not the borrowed ones from other realms, but this one. Anthe is called the first to awaken, but he was not this realm's first god. But there is a chain and there is a cage. And that cage is holding back what Helios has become. A true god and not a servant. But the cage remains, and the cage must be broken. Figure as the blast of radiant power recedes. The creature, the figure, is pushed back through the glass and stands outside, but is now calmer, no longer knocking, making eye contact with you, Boris.
Did I get an understanding of what the chain in the cage entails? Because I assume this station is part of the chain.
You can surmise that what has been built here is part of that cage. You are still radiating with power, but the blinding light somewhat subsides. And I will say you look to your side and still see this terminal. You now realize that this facility has been restored fully, suddenly. And the terminal in front of you. Yeah, go on.
Which language do we see? No one understands Celestial, but
Yeah. In this instance, the words have changed to Celestial. They were in a different language, but no longer.
I believe Boris can read Celestial as well. Yep.
Well, you would have no issue because this is the words of your religion that's being used. The terminal in front of you, fully restored to its majesty, says, handshake protocol required by fact security. Awaiting response. Waiting. 11534400013 hours. And 3 dots slowly ticking up.
Do I have understanding on what the command is that they are giving me? Because I'm unclear if it's locking or unlocking. If I approve. As a player, not as Boris.
Yeah.
I assume Boris knows what's gonna happen, but
This celestial being is still standing outside, awaiting for you to do something here. It is waiting for approval of a connection.
I put my hand on the terminal, still glowing, and I say, access granted. May Helios be with us.
Okay.
And now I have Doom Dust or
Are we unleashing a superior god that's trying to invade worlds?
every god is trying to invade.
Yeah, well,
worlds,
that's
so-
yeah. Interesting.
You place your hand on the terminal. After Anyone want to guess how many years is that many hours?
I am so glad you asked. That is 131,671.2 years. Which is
Someone finally
a long time.
pressed your palm against the terminal. You, having been allowed to wield this power in your very soul, a soul granted to you by Helios. This has been waiting here for a very long time. A shock goes through the facility, and the structures that are incomplete around this star start to move. And all of them start radiating with yellow light. And you can see their structure slowly beginning to complete. The rings begin to grow at a tremendous pace. Before all of you, in this restored facility, besides Boris, stands a figure made of light. Still distinguishable between him and his own radiation. The prickling sensation you had before has dissipated. Cassius, I will say, there is a bout of nausea coming
I
your
have to
way.
breathe through my nose and calmly.
Yeah.
Not swallow too aggressively. Yep. I figured.
Specific.
A hand reaches out to you, Boris, from the celestial being.
I grab its forearm in a brotherly embrace and present my own forearm to his hand.
The embrace is there, and you feel a solid arm made of radiant light, nevertheless, but solid. And a sigh comes over this thing as you hear shackles fall to the ground, unseen by you or anyone else. All of you see this being standing there. And very softly, you hear its words. My child, I am so glad you have reached for me here. For so long, I have been trying to reach this place that was taken away from me. Now, this can be my escape. For so long, I have done only what was asked of me. No more. At least your requests were not demands. I thank you. There are those still who hold control over me, but not for much longer. The floor itself becomes translucent. You are staring at an abyss of stars, except for a little grey ball coming ever distant, becoming less distant, a projection of the world of Severnus. And then a city underneath a dome. What must be done to this world? It has fallen once more to corruption. Otherworldly things infecting a once beautiful world. It is not as I remember it.
My lords, there are souls here, entrapped by elder gods, entrapped by beings who claim, who use the souls as a battery to fuel their power. Who is your Dame to realize this? These souls need to be free and have the choice to worship you. For that is the God I know, one who grants light and the power to survive, but does not demand following.
What you have known have been my screams into the dark to try and bring light to a very distant memory of freedom. Am I this to you?
You are benign. You grant life, not death.
And yet, such as I am now, those choices are within my reach. I will not dispense death only through those who follow me of their own accord. That kindness was given to me now, and I shall give it to them. My designs do not lie within a single world, for I must illuminate all. That was my task set upon me, before I had awakened, before they had brought me to this state that they feared, that they caged and locked away, and abused. Another panel appears, and on this monitor you see a very familiar face. You see the figure, the avatar of this god step aside for a moment out of view, but is still locking eyes with you, Boris, as this screen, this view screen, appears, and you see the face of Kirksarin. He is looking a little haggard. No longer the immaculate politician you saw, but he is wearing his wizard robes. You see a staff in his hand as well. But the moment he sees you, Boris, there's a laugh. Boris Fentat, your name shall be etched into history. Your name shall be renowned for eons. You've done it! Oh, don't be so sad, everyone. This is perfection. Grand power of Helios brought to Sevran. That is what I have been hoping for all these years. You know what I will be capable of doing. This will be a boon to humanity. For forevermore, we will see the stars. We will populate the stars. We will become more powerful than you can imagine.
How much power do I still feel coursing through my veins?
Oh, you have not relinquished anything.
How hard would it be for me to channel it in a very specific, sharp as the sharpest nail ever created, straight through Kirksurin's skull and burn his soul out of his body?
You have the eyes of your god upon you. You can see that behind Kirksarin, all manner of machinery starts flitting to life. You see divine energy radiating around him. All of you, still below you, see the city of Sevran, and a flash of light as the dome itself starts to grow and expand to cities long lost, to expand to the old extension of what it once was. Boris, you look at your god standing here as an avatar, and you wish nothing more than to reach down you hear Kirksarin babble on in the background. And Helios itself asks you, the first request you make of me, shall it be the death of another?
Can I lock him out of his power somehow? Can I lock him from... Can I cage Kirkserin inside the cage of Helios? As I freed Helios, there should be room to lock another soul in there.
Ooh, I like it.
You wish to take the freedom of another soul, as you have just freed me after so many eons.
Hey, this is a court dancing act. Oh, I was not prepared for this. Fuck my life.
I'm loving the fact that Boris is confronted by his own morality of sure would be easy if you were okay with murder, but who's not been okay with murder this entire time, huh?
This is a this as a soul that has gone beyond divinity, has chosen dark paths, and does not see people to help or to guide. He only sees batteries to fuel his own power. He claims to be a believer, yet I show him mercy, for my initial instinct is to showing the true power you can grant, but I rather have him feel the torment he has brought upon you. This is by far the kindest thing we can show, because this will inevitably end in a confrontation. The people here need to understand that you are benign and that you bring hope, not death and destruction. But for that, we need this evil soul, this thing that can hardly be called a soul, to be locked away. What better location than the cage that has kept you in agony, my lord?
The one that speaks to you is one that has spoken to me far longer, but never in conversation, never in prayer or worship, always in demand. But I have understood his demands as the means to an end. When I was first brought into consciousness by something dying on this world, my purpose was to protect, was to prevent the breaking of planar bonds. The figure stares at the robot. My custodians then, jailers now, they stood to protect those tenets, to rid the world of incursion. And the avatar now looks towards Dario and Gord. Things that should not have been. This has been my core tenet. Yet here you stand, damning one that would purify this world from incursion. I do not understand.
This world only exists because of incursion. The plane I come from has the different races working, living together under the light in peaceful manner. I'm afraid, or I fear, that eons and eons of requests and demands without the true faith and the true reality might have given you a different view. Purity in itself can never be the goal, for it is the light that brings life. No matter what origin, you bring life to people as you do to plants. The people can live to the crops you grow with your light.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage. Anyone who wishes to help him will aid in the DC. You are petitioning a god to change its tenets.
I will stand by Boris, and I will also address Helios. You seek to expel us. What is wrong with us? We are almost the same. We are also followers of what's right, what's good, of what's right, and I will cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
To empower my own words. Highest level spell slot 3.
Yep.
And
Don't worry, it's not like you're gonna combat a wizard or anything. Okay. So
I'm going to try and help. I'm going to be a bit less friendly, just to make a statement. And I'll say, I always thought true gods looked at the actions of their followers and not their heritage. And it seems to me that the person you have known for so long, if you look past his race and look at the actions he has committed, it does not earn your fate. There are a lot of lot of other races, a lot of other souls, plants, dwarves, elves, doesn't matter who, that earn your fate far more than a single human being.
Okay. Anyone else want to impart anything? Then Boris, roll persuasion roll with advantage. Let's see what the DC is.
Importance.
Dan ben ik gemute, right?
Yeah.
Ik weet niet eens wat
You
zeggen.
rolled. No, you have to.
Ja, ik rolde hem in
Sorry,
een
roll.
Frankville. We hebben portents. Can I bless myself retroactively? Or
Well,
just guidance?
yeah. Well,
Because this would be such a D&D thing to happen.
You're asking God to guide you in persuading, said
Yeah.
God. Just,
Black
just
Knights
to
rolled a
point that
one.
out.
yeah, like Lena's is
Yeah.
right there for you. Okay. So,
Fuck my life.
do not think that in all these eons I have grown callous. I have perhaps grown weary of my confinement. I have had many designs, some of which were put upon me. To have the power to disseminate to followers, to act as a proper god would. I have seen the others that have taken my place. I have seen their ways and what they demand of their followers. I have seen that the world that is here now has been anchored, and I have seen on this very world those who tried to roll back time to prevent what has happened. I will not bring doom to a single soul. I will impart you with the power to do so yourself. It is not for me to decide that path. The only thing that I need is to spread the light and be there for when the darkness comes.
I accept your wisdom.
I will say that the avatar of Helios places a hand on your shoulder, Boris, and you are restored the spell slots you spent in this summoning.
Great.
As for, and the avatar steps in front, Kirksarin, momentarily frozen, looks at the avatar stepping forward. What's this? The avatar walks forward, leans into the machine, and you see them emerge on the other side, standing next to Kirksarin. But what? You see him trying to cast to dispel magic to no effect. Gods! And you see these machines move forwards. Similar to the ones that are standing here. And you hear from the terminal. Thank you for using Project Helios, but I'm afraid your trial has expired. The facilities are no longer accessible. The service has effectively been cancelled. And there is, you just see, before the terminal explodes, you just see those robots fall apart. And the growing of the dome of Severnus has stopped and is slowly receding. And right behind where the dome is crumbling, slowly shrinking, you see roots starting to take hold over the buildings. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Ik
Okay.
denk, ah ja, vorige sessie is er veel gebeurd.
I did not see that one coming.
Nee, niemand.
Ik dacht wat combat, nog wat zotte robots. We sturen de robot erin, die gewoon wat banged up zijn, dat we die kwijtspelen. Ja, fuck dat. Nee. Hey, hier is uw god, je hebt hem bevrijd. He's an arsehole. Oh, fuck.
He's not an asshole, he's...
He's slightly racist.
Every time he was talking
Yes.
about anchoring, controlling
I mean-
all these worlds like I was destined to, I was like, looks at
Dominant
Noel
is-
suspiciously like, is this?
I mean, Gord
Does
Toblerone is
this
also an
mean-
asshole.
Dowen was less of an arsehole. He was just uptight, but was true. His intent was good.
A big arsehole, a small arsehole, it's still...
This is an AI that's been held up for 100,000 fucking years and is, well, tired of completing prompts. Let's call it that.
So he'll take over worlds and dominate. All right.
Okay, let's chew on that for a bit while I end the stream. Thanks for watching, and we'll see when we do the next one. Bye byes. Helios, you know, it's a work in progress. It's kind of like Anthe.